Okay, so today I wanted to bring a video across of my top five favorite decks of all time. Like nothing counting today, and it's mostly counting from back then. Like it will always be these will always be my favorite decks. No special effects because I don't know how to work any of that stuff. I'm not a tech genius or anything. But let's just get started with the list. Number five is Ice Barriers. It is a Hidden Arsenal archetype that first started in Hidden Arsenal. Just said that. But it's an archetype that I quite enjoy because I remember back in the day when I would get little scraps of money, I would always buy packs from my local Walmart and keep buying Hidden Arsenal packs so that way I get the ice barriers that I need. I never pulled Strategist, which made me sad. But that's the reason why Ice Bears is my top five because they look cool and I actually put effort into making the deck. A lot of these decks I put effort into. Number four is X Sabers. I remember when they first came out, and it was when two top tier decks were available. It was Gladiator Beast and X Sabers. But they came out in late '08, '09, somewhere around there. And they were an archetype I really enjoyed. They were really fast, all of that stuff. And when I first got them, I was like, piling up. I had the Bogart Knights, the Full Hell Knights, the Synchros, all of that stuff. And a friend of mine was starting to get interested in them, and it's like I wanted to help him out, so I pretty much gave him my deck, and then I started to get into another deck, which is next on my list. Number three, Gladiator Beast. I love Gladiator Beast because me and my friend, even my friend's dad, like a whole bunch of people were helping me build this one deck for Gladiator Beast. Like we went to my first regionals. I went to my first regionals running Gladiator Beast. And when I saw this weird build to where they put Elemental Hero Prisma in it, I'm like, why is Prisma in the deck? And it turns out he was fantastic in this deck. He was fantastic in this deck. I loved running Geyseris and all of that stuff. This deck was awesome back in the day. Number two is Warriors. It's generic Warriors, like with Field Commander Roz, Marauding Captain, Command Knight, and all that stuff. The reason why I got interested in Warriors specifically is because when I first started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh, Warriors were just the the type of monsters that I love. Like I always wanted Celtic Guardian or Pacific Warriors, like Beaver Warrior, Rocket Warrior, Little Wing Guard, and all that stuff, and Total Defense Shogun, all the generic warriors, Free the Matchless General, all of that stuff. And a friend of mine ran Warriors, but with Monarchs in it, and it turned out to be really good. Warriors were actually like years and years ago, probably 2003, 2004. They were the deck because back then, uh, decks weren't based off of archetypes, they were based off of the creativity of what people mishmashed together of what cards they could get. So that's why I love Warriors, because I love the way they look. My favorite class of Warrior is Knight, so all that stuff. I just love Warriors. And number one is Elemental Heroes. For a time, I didn't get into the game as much, but back in my freshman year of high school, a friend of mine introduced me to Elemental Heroes, and I was like, these guys look amazing. Like, these guys look amazing. They look like Japanese superheroes, and I'm a big superhero fan, Like, I love Elemental Heroes. I love the different forms that they have. Just back in the day, man, like Elemental Heroes were so much fun, and me and my friends in high school would just go to this classroom that this teacher was awesome enough to let us play in, and my friend would play Stivers and another one would play Spellcasters, but I was the one guy that had Elemental Heroes, and I freaking loved them. I if if I was able to make the deck today, I would do it. I would so. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna probably make Elemental Heroes again. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But that was my top 5. These are my top 5 favorite decks of all time. And if you want to make a video response, or if you want to list your own top 5 favorite decks of all time in the comment section below, I would really love to know what your favorite decks are.